Hey y'all, I know it's been a while, but I'm back with another video. So let's jump right into it. Y'all know I don't like to lollygag. Let's get straight to the point. So I already started molding down the cap. My ball cap method is still the same. I still outline it with the glue, except I don't always use hold and spray. It just depends on the type of cap that I'm using. But these days I'm using more of a thinner cap, and I'll show you guys the type of cap that I'm using. It's like called the HD lace cap, but I'll show you the actual brand. Since the cap is so thin, I don't really have to use such a harsh product. The glue just go through the cap just fine. So this is me cutting it off, and I'm about to add the makeup on it. If some of your cap is not laid down, that's okay. Once we start to lay the glue down, all of that is going to blend in and mesh all together. I still use the same makeup. Right here, I am using level 12 and 13 for myself. Just to make it a little bit darker. Level 12 is kind of my exact match, but level 13 is a shade darker than me. So now I want to go ahead and try the wig on. I'm just really seeing the color of the lace right now because this is a reinstall of an old wig that I already had. So I'm trying to just see if it's still some leftover makeup on there. Do I need to go lighter? Do I need to go darker? Because sometimes the makeup, even if you wash it, it doesn't always wash all the way out. If you've been wearing it multiple times, the makeup kind of permanently stains the lace. So that's all I was checking for. And then now I'm going to go ahead and just apply the makeup on the opposite side. So I basically kind of just flipped it um, and then applied the makeup. Y'all, clearly my makeup has been through a lot. Yeah, so. Now, just to lock that makeup in on the lace, no matter what kind of lace you're using, you always want to spray got to be spray. That's kind of how the makeup eventually just stays permanently on the lace because it's getting locked in with the spray. So just make sure you always never forget that step. Now you want to make sure that the wig is laid in the right place where you want it to be. For my girls that got a little extra space on our forehead, y'all know we like to pull ours down a little bit. So that's what I was just doing right here. You just kind of want to see where it's going to be placed at so you can know where to clean, especially if you have on makeup, because we about to clean our skin with alcohol just to make sure that the lace lays better and lasts longer. If you do not clean your skin, whatever leftover residue, like from the makeup, sweat, or anything, is getting mixed in with the glue, which will affect the longevity of the install. You want to always go in with your skin guard. No matter what kind of glue you use, you always want to protect your skin. It also helps the glue last longer, in my opinion. So now we're going to start applying the glue. Since the wig is already placed where you want it to be, especially with it being a wig, it's making it easier. You just want to kind of go under the lace just a little bit already where it's at and just kind of do a line indication of where the lace stops. Because eventually we're going to push the whole wig back so we can have room, space, and opportunity to lay our glue. Now for this particular install, I'm only going to do up to 2 layers. Only because I'm not keeping this up for that long. And if you're not planning to keep your install up for that long, I don't recommend using that much glue. It's just kind of harsh on your skin, with you being, about to literally remove it in like a few days or a week. So I would say just do a small amount. And now that we have our indication of where the lace is going to stop, you just want to go in and add another layer and just kind of repeat that. Do as many layers as you feel that you need. You always want to have some type of stick, popsicle stick. You can use the edge of your comb like I do, but you want to have something designated that you can use to smooth out the glue. Because with this glue, with Erica J glue, this particular brand, you want to make sure each layer is smoothed out really thin. And that's with any glue, but with this, her instructions are very clear and particular, and that's one of them. I know y'all probably like, girl, I thought you said you was only gonna do a few layers. Y'all, I be getting carried away. I be thinking I'm up in here doing y'all hair like a client or something instead of just myself. I be literally in mode. So now it's time to start laying it. As you can see, it's clear now. So I'm just gonna kind of start from the edge a little bit, being as though this is a lace that I've installed already. So I wanna make sure the sideburns are matching up with the whole hairline, if you get what I mean. And I don't want it any lower than what it has to be on my hairline. So I'm trying to get it as close to that glue line as possible. Keep meshing it in with your comb. Any parts that you don't get though, don't stress about that because we could go in and either cut it off or add more glue to make sure it's laid down. Just like here. So you're just gonna flip it back and add a little small amount, and you're just gonna repeat that step a few more times. In my beginning stages, I used to just add like one layer and be like, oh, it's cool, it's just a little piece of lace. No, baby, that one piece of lace with that one layer will keep coming up if you don't put 3 layers just as the same way as you did with the rest of the install. Pieces like this that just will not and won't make the cut can get cut. Can y'all believe this wig is 3 years old? If you're still watching up until this point, go back into my videos. I actually installed this wig before on here. It just was a totally different style. This video is really for the updo style. But I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that this wig still looks the fuck bomb. Like, wow. So now we're just going to go and do the same exact thing to the opposite side. So I'm just parting out the baby hair. When I'm doing this, I like to kind of lay it down as if, just kind of play with it a little bit to make sure you have enough hair left out. Make sure it's not too much, too less. I like to rather have it be more than less because if it's more, you can pluck the hair out. So yes, that's just what I'm doing here. You just want to play around with the part, make sure it's where you want it to be. This hot comb is gonna be your best friend. I do not have the one that plug up. Mine is the one that's kind of like the stove one, except in my suite, of course, I don't have a stove. I just have a heater that heats it up. But those are the best kind of hot combs versus the plug up one. Um, it just gets hotter, way hotter, and the more heat, the better your shit gonna lay, and the longer it's gonna lay. So as you see, I just cut the baby hair that I had pulled out. That is so it curls better on the curling iron that you're about to see me use on the opposite side. So before, I was really just putting a little bit of even on that part. It just makes the lace lay way better. It just give that seamless look. It's like finishing spray on top of your makeup. And this is the can that I use, and it's also what I'm about to use for my baby hairs. So I like to spray the even on the brush first, let it dry a little bit, and then go in and slowly just start molding the way I want the baby hairs to look, the direction I want them to go, and I like to really have them going out and curving back in like the letter C. And you want to really take your time with these, and I mean, you can go in and play with them, redo them, just really take your time with the baby hairs. It's kind of what makes the look. So now we just want to go in and make sure it's flat all up and through there. So I use an edge stick on each section that I part. I rub that on there first, and then I go in with the hot comb. Now you're about to see the difference between not adding the edge stick onto that section. It's going to be so many flyaways. It's flat, but you see all those flyaways?
Wait.
You want to make sure that you're tying your band down after every install. You just want to make sure that that melt is just getting pressed into that skin, okay? I just sewed it down. I didn't film that. My phone was kind of running out of storage, y'all, so I was really struggling towards the end. But yes, I sewed it down. Um, this is mainly for the half up, like the updo that I'm about to do. So let's go into that phase.
this mac and cheese.
So now you want to go in and make sure that your part is defined. Because even if you pluck it, sometimes it still just doesn't give that look. So I like to go in with something that has a sharp tip and just take like some lighter makeup that mimics the color of a scalp and just straight line it all the way back. And then after you're done, you just want to go over it with some got-to-be spray just to make sure that that makeup is really locked into the lace, kind of like what we did in the beginning. Y'all, I really was just freestyling this ponytail. I knew the look I wanted, so I was just trying to figure out how to get it. So I ended up just doing a bun, and then I just left the ends of the hair out. I didn't do a full bun, kind of like a half bun. And with me curling it before, the ends are curly, of course. So I just kind of pinned those up, but I left that layer back in the back because there's no lace in the back. So this can be done even if you don't have lace in the back. And I just cut the strands at the bottom just to give it that natural hang time, natural messy look. Um, so yeah, I hope you guys took something from the visual of this transformation.
Big got shit, no pussy, I pull out the pussy and let it mouth. Let me flipping the whole ring, buy like bread, white. She like a rhino pig. She like when I go deep, hold my drip. This shit a regular bit when we done it, but this shit a water big. I'm walk you through it, I talk you